Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your destination for NFL teaser bets. I'm Daniel Saludo, along with Andrew Chang here. We are taking you through the wild card playoffs for week. We'll call this the wild card week, I guess, for the 2020 NFL season.
There's no calendar in this room.
No, we don't keep calendars in this house. But it is the playoffs for the NFL season. We have somehow made it through all the craziness that has happened in 2020 and the beginning of 2021. But, you know, we got plenty of football to be played here.
I definitely agree. Man, I'm very excited.
We're super excited. We love Wild Card Weekend.
We've made it this far. Everybody, including you guys, America. Thank you so much for watching us till now, till forever. You know, hopefully you got some good picks throughout the year. Hopefully you told your friends I told you so because you listened to us. So yeah, we're ready to give you some new insight on Indianapolis.
And you make fun of me when I mess up. Yeah,
dude.
It's the Indianapolis Colts going to the Buffalo Bills here. Buffalo is the favorite, -6.5, and your total is 51.5. So Indy gets teased up to +12.5. Buffalo gets teased down to -0.5. Your over gets teased down to 45.5, and your under gets teased up to 57.5. All right, so there are some books that will have this at 6 or 6.5. The consensus right now is 6.5, so that's the number I'm sticking with. But it's not going to go any further up or down. It's either going to be 6 or 6.5. You will not likely see a 7. I'm just going to throw it out there right now because this opened at 7, 6.5, 7, and then now you're sitting at 6.5, 6. So, all right, so this is a intriguing matchup in my opinion because you've got red hot Buffalo offense against a very stout Indy defense.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I think, gosh, you know, I already picked Buffalo to win it, and there are some concerns with this awesome Colts defense, but ultimately, I do like Buffalo just outscoring them. They're going into the playoffs with a full head of steam. I think they'll just take care of business at home, and I don't think I don't know. This is the value master. But for me, teasing them down just to win the game is primo for me.
Oh, it's a great value to tease them to just basically win the game.
That's what I like, you know. Touching on the totals, over 45.5 and the under at 57.5. Playoff football usually means that the defenses will kind of step up. But seeing that Buffalo's defense isn't really that good. Mm-hmm. That is my only concern for this team. I think it's a little safer option to just have Buffalo win at home to advance into the next round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm very much in line with you on a spread teaser on this side. However, there's a bit of concern that I have. There's a couple things that I'm worried about. One is Buffalo going to be able to do the same thing that they did against the Dolphins, that they did against the Jets, I think? Who are they playing 16? That they did not score as much against, they did it against New England, and then they put up a ton of points against Denver.
Yeah, I mean, that Miami game really showed, at least me, what Buffalo was all about. You know, when Josh Allen was in, he was still making plays. It was still competitive. But when that second string came out and Miami's defense and special teams have looked so good.
Yeah, that's one of the huge things.
This entire year. That was Miami. Special teams and defense. And Buffalo just did that to them. So I'm not sure if they'll be able to do that to the Colts per se. But at the same time, I'm not trusting Phillip Rivers to be their Josh Allen. You know, I like JT, but I still like the odds with Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs, you know, I think he said he was limited, but I still don't have a concern.
Yeah, both him and Beasley are limited. You don't worry about Diggs as much. He's been healthy for most of the season. They've just kind of limited his reps during the week, which is pretty common for a lot of wide receivers.
Great. So I think all in all, I'll take the Buffalo Bills at -0.5 at home.
Yeah, so I agree that Buffalo is the better terms of EV value. They're the better choice, and we made a pick for we submitted a pick for Big Dogs Fade the public big dogs pick of the week. So nice. So we made a decision on that. However, in a straight up choice for this show, I'm taking a number of factors into consideration. I have to think that if can Buffalo keep this up against a good defense? When they played the Steelers, Buffalo did not put up that many points. They won the game over 20 points, but they also the Steelers also gave them 3 turnovers. It's a lot of gifts that they got in that game. So I don't know if they're going to get the same kind of gifts from Indy. So that's one of the worries I have. On the other side, I worry about Indy because their defense is not 100%. There's a chance they don't have DeForest Buckner playing. If Buckner doesn't play, that's a huge loss for them on that line, on the defensive line. On the offense, you have to worry about Phillip Rivers playing outside of a dome in the cold. He has historically not been good outdoors in the cold. It's something that I would worry about with him.
Historically, going back to all these years, and let's not forget, he does have a lot of years. He's got a lot of them. He's getting up there, but old man Rivers, I foresee hopefully just 2 interceptions from the guy. So
it could definitely happen. He's definitely up for one for sure.
And then the other one, he's got to throw another. That's the rule.
That's not always true. He's gotten better at it as the season. And then the other thing about Buffalo is that if Indy is really smart, if Frank Reich really game plans the offense properly, he should pound JT, Jonathan Taylor, most of the game because Buffalo's run defense is terrible. So if done right, Indy has a chance to win this game, and should definitely cover a 6.5 total spread, let alone a 12.5. So I'm actually going to pick Indy in this because I'm expecting a close game. I may regret that, but I have to start I feel like this is what the Texans at Buffalo at Texans was last season, and also what we thought was Tennessee and New England last season, close game. We deemed the games to be close, so we wanted more of the points. And I'm gonna have a worry or two with Buffalo. I don't know what I'm gonna get against a really good defense. So in a game that I think is probably gonna be a little bit lower scoring and is gonna be closer, I want more of the points. So I'm gonna take Indy in this. Do not be surprised if this is like a 3 to 7 point game and both teasers hit. As many pro bettors will tell you, the wild card is a great choice for teasers.
Yes, I'm totally 100% on with that. It's just that I like Buffalo to win. Taking the points in this scenario, I would do that too because I could see it going back and forth. I could be it very close. Usually, most of these playoff games are kind of down to the wire, and they're only defined by turning points or great moments in football history. So we'll see if there are any in this game. But Danny, I'm plus 12.5 for the Colts.
I just don't see Indy getting blown out. That's why.
Okay, I can see that. I'm hoping that we'll both hit it. That Buffalo will win by 7. Everyone
both of them, clean your hands, and it's the early game. So on to the next ones after that.
There we go.
So we're on the opposite ends, but we both think that both teasers will hit here. Andrew is taking, I put that in wrong. Andrew's taking Buffalo minus half. He wishes it was plus 6.5.
Oh, man, I would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Man.
And I'm going with Indy plus 12.5 in this. I'm expecting this to be closer, a little bit more of a grind. Not grind, but I think Buffalo's going to have to grind it out a little bit more, is what it is.
They're going to have to work for their points. It's not going to be given. I mean, although they can't really say that Miami gave it to them. They were playing.
But this is different. But Miami is not a playoff team. Indy is definitely more of a playoff team.
Heard.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments how you think this game's going to go. It is the first game of the playoffs, so it's a kind of a really nice starter. But let us know who you're picking in this, whether you're betting any of the sides or totals. Let us know. We always like seeing it. But until next time, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. If you like the content you got in this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, tick the notification bell, and select all. Excuse me. That way you stay up to date with all of our latest videos and previews for the rest of the season. Pay attention, man. We'd like to thank you for joining us in the wild card weekend here. There are 5 more games to go to break down, so stay tuned for those. But until then, make sure you get your bets in. And, of course, don't forget to be a tease.